And it just creates a problem at the end. You know, they're gone, they're in the hospital, there's something along those lines. So we like to have it all organized and everything in real good order,
Right.
so that when that time comes, it's a very smooth activity and transition for them.
Plus, the government doesn't have their hand in it. You have ways to move this money forward without having to wait months and months. If all that information is documented, they will know that where their assets are going, and they can be in peace with that. Maybe they want to donate some of it. Maybe some of it goes to the kids. Maybe not all of it does. But you can control that. And I like the idea of sitting with you as a neutral third party.
Yeah, we kind of bring them on, and it really helps create an economic team for that family.
Good idea. Yeah, that's great.
And it brings the family together, right? They can discuss things. They know that mom's okay. Oftentimes they're like, "Oh, geez, Mom, I never knew you had all this money."
Right.
But we don't need any of it, and so let's go and have some fun.
Right.
Go do some things.
I love that.
Things along those lines.
Also, part of this is organizing the investment records, and that's part of this as well. It's huge.
It is, and we've settled estates in the millions of dollars within 2 weeks, right? Because we had everything organized and we know it all, right? We have a certain system, a proprietary system for our office, where we lay everything out for the client. And we know all the contact information and who the kids are and where they live and the beneficiaries, and we get all of that stuff in very good order, and it's very neat.
Wow.
Right? We want it very neat and accessible.
And that's what it's all about. It's making this where you can lay your head down at night and saying, I am in control of all of this, I know where it's all going, and everybody's aware. You got to start with an appointment with Jeff. You'll feel so good about it. At SC Parker, they're located right on Main Street in Williamsville. Give them a call right now or log on to scparker.com. Welcome back, everybody. If you or someone you know suffers from uterine fibroids, you need to know that there may be a very effective treatment for you. Welcome back, everybody. If you or someone you know suffers from uterine fibroids, you need to know that there may be a very effective treatment for you other than hysterectomy. Now, Dr. Dana Dunleavy joins me from Winsong Radiology, where their interventional and vascular services include the treatment of uterine fibroids. Doctor, nice to see you again.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Some people live with uterine fibroids just fine, but others have tremendous issues.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing that we initially talk to people about is what is the biggest contraindication to any intervention is no indication. So just having these benign, non-cancerous growths doesn't mean you need to do anything about it. So sometimes people get worried, I have this mass in my pelvis, but you don't have to do anything unless they become symptomatic. But many people do become symptomatic in their later fertility years.
And let's talk about what some of those symptoms are.
So a lot of people come to us with menorrhagia or bleeding. So it can either be heavy bleeding during their period or it can be bleeding between periods. And oftentimes it can be very devastating that people feel like they can't leave their home because it's just unsettling to them to know what things are going to be like. Other symptoms would be based on mass effect, meaning that they have pressure or pain, or even that the uterus becomes enlarged, almost like you're pregnant, and can push on the bladder or the colon and make you feel like you need to pee a lot or constipated.
So the treatment that you can offer here, if you qualify, is a uterine embolization fibroid, right?
Correct, yeah. And uterine artery embolization or uterine fibroid embolization, unfortunately people use different terms, but it basically describes the fact that you're cutting off the blood supply to the tumors and they shrink. And so if we use an example over here, you can see here is the patient before embolization. So she came to us and has this large mass that's pushing on her endometrium. So she had tremendous bleeding throughout the month. And then she also had back pain because this is your spine. And then she had constipation because this is your rectum. And she also felt like she had to pee very frequently because this is your bladder. So afterwards, and she works and she didn't feel like she could take a full month off. It's usually about 5 to 10 days that people take off from work with this procedure and about 30 to 40 days off if they've had surgery. And so she wanted a non-surgical option, and this is afterwards. You can see now a normal uterus, and this mass that was here pushing on her spine is totally gone.
Amazing.
Now, yeah, it's really neat, and we don't have to accomplish symptomatic improvement, make it go away completely, but it's great when it does.
So basically, you're not removing it as a surgery would, but you're shrinking it down so it's not a problem anymore.
Exactly. So all of the fibroids shrink, and that's one of the other great advantages is it treats all of the fibroids. And this is done here in our angiography lab, and the way we do it now, traditionally it was from a femoral approach or through the groin, but we've moved away from that for a few years now, and we do everything through the wrist, so you don't have any sutures, you don't have anything that would delay you from going back to work. Essentially, you just have a little band, goes on your wrist for about an hour after the procedure, and then you can run around.
And how soon would a woman feel relief?
So they come back to see us in clinic a month later, and they're usually feeling improvement then, but it continues to improve. So usually by 6 months out, you're having maximal improvement.
That's amazing. And for men, we want you to know that you can use the same science to help a prostate issue.
That's right. So if we look at this as an example, here you have the bladder, and some people describe the prostate as a walnut-sized gland, and here you can see the urethra goes through that. So as we get into our 60s, oftentimes many people have some pressure and it makes it difficult to pee.
Well, it's remarkable that you can do this. And for people who have these issues, I know they're going to be on the phone. So by all means, log on and call Winsong Radiology. Meet Dr. Dunleavy. And this could all be behind you in a minimal amount of time. They call it UFE, uterine fibroid embolization, okay? And they'll be happy to speak to you about it and relieve this problem for you right here at Winsong Radiology.
All right, everybody, today we have something extra special for you. Our friend Stephanie Yocoli is here to show us an easy way to look younger, healthier, and feel more confident. Now, if your teeth are yellowing due to coffee, tea, red wine, or smoking, you need to pay attention because Stephanie says a whiter smile can actually make you more attractive and take years off your appearance. And if you want whiter teeth in 5 minutes, we have something extra special for you. Welcome, Stephanie.
Great to
Good
see
morning.
you.
I understand you have an important test you'd like to share with all of our viewers.
Yes, you know, the very first thing people notice when they see you is your smile, and we really did put that to the test. We asked a panel of people who they'd rather kiss, and what we showed them is the exact same photographs side by side, just digitally altered. So we've got that bright white smile up against the yellow stained teeth, and 100% of the men and women we asked said, hands down, I'd rather kiss the one, of course, with the white smile. They found that it, you know, made them look more attractive, more young, and even more healthy.
And it really does show how yellow teeth can affect your
Love life.
You
Absolutely.
want whiter teeth. Now, is Power Swabs really that easy to use?
Yes, this is my best friend when it comes to getting pearly whites. It's the most advanced teeth whitening system in the world, and it works literally in a matter of 5 minutes. So you can expect an average of 2 shades whiter teeth just after the first application, and an average of 6 shades whiter teeth over the course of the 7-day kit.
And it's amazing because yellow teeth, you're saying, can add a few years onto your life.
Oh, absolutely, and especially when you get, you know, those stains. What's really neat about Power Swabs is it's not just whitening your teeth. In fact, in step 1, it's an easy 2-step process. We're actually physically lifting and removing stains. It has a patent technology, so it's not just covering them up. And we're also rehydrating the enamel. That's a game changer for me. This is the first product I found that doesn't give me any sensitivity. A lot of teeth whitening products you want to avoid because they're removing your enamel, whereas Power Swabs is rehydrating and clinically proven to cause 0 to minimal sensitivity.
I don't know about you, Stephanie, but I cannot go without my coffee in the morning. I need it to kickstart my day, and with coffee, that means stains. So this is going to help.
Exactly, it really is. Those stains in your coffee mug, they really do start to develop on your teeth, but step 1 is going to help remove those, and then right after that, you go into step 2, and you get those beautiful pearly whites. And it's so easy. Check these swabs out. You just apply in a circular motion for about 2 minutes, and voila. I always tell people, take a before and after picture between day 1 and day 7 because it is fascinating to see the results, and they're long lasting.
And speaking of before and after photos, we actually have a few testimonials that you brought with us today.
Oh, yes.
I would just, do the Power Swabs just right before bedtime. And yeah, it was really easy. Took less than 5 minutes, and I've noticed a really big result. So I'm really happy with it.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better. And from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
And look at their smiles. It's funny, with teeth whitening, it seems as if we're always waiting for results, right? You're like, when are we gonna see the full effect? But it makes sense to try something that will show us results from the very first use. You're gonna see.
Yes, immediate results that are long lasting and quite the transformation, an average of 6 shades whiter teeth. This is actually a professional system that was only available at dentist's office for the first 5 years. So now, even better, you can use Power Swabs right in the comfort of your home and at a fraction of the cost with our show special, the special we'll be giving.
Do we need to use Power Swabs every day?
Well, it's a 7-day kit, so you absolutely want to use it 7 days in a row to get those, great results. But that's it. We're talking 35 minutes out of your week to get that bright white smile that's going to last half a year.
And there really are so many products out there. So Stephanie, what makes Power Swabs different?
Well, for one, unlike most teeth whitening systems, you can use Power Swabs not just on natural teeth, of course, but on caps, veneers, if you have crowns, bondings, dentures, you name it. You don't have to go to the dentist. You can use Power Swabs. It works just in 5 minutes. So this is super easy. For the busy bees, you can use this at any point in the day. And I love how small they are. If you have one tooth that might be a little more yellow or stained than the others, you can spend more time on that one tooth, get it to match the others. That's not something you can do with the big trays and strips that hit all of your teeth at once.
Well, Stephanie, thank you so much. You're making our smiles brighter already. If you want your smile looking nice and bright, it's simple. You can order now by calling 1-800-290-2505 or visit them online at powerswabs.com.
And right now, enjoy 4th of July savings, 40% off plus free shipping.
Toads make great gardening partners. They eat insects, slugs, and snails and ask for very little in return. Help attract these natural predators to your garden. Create an inviting habitat for these critters. Leave some leaf litter under trees and shrubs and in the garden. Include a shallow pond or water feature. Even a shallow saucer filled with chlorine-free water is effective. Place rocks in and around the water for added toad appeal. Reduce, or better yet, eliminate the use of pesticides. These can be harmful to the toads and kill the insects they like to eat. Purchase a toad